Create your own PLR ebooks to sell with resale rights. A lot of people get into digital products thinking they need to be some kind of expert. They think they need years of experience, a big audience, testimonials, case studies, and proof that they've already sold something successfully, and because of that, they never get started. PLR ebooks flip that entire situation on its head, because PLR allows beginners to step into the market without needing social proof, without needing a record of past sales, and without needing to position themselves as the face of the product. What makes this even more powerful is when you stop just buying PLR and start creating your own PLR ebooks, because at that point, you're no longer just a customer in the PLR space, you're becoming the reseller, and that changes everything about how you approach digital products. Creating your own PLR ebooks to sell with resale rights gives you control over the topic, the structure, the license, and how other people are allowed to use and sell that product. It also means you're building assets that can be sold over and over again without you having to create a brand around yourself and without needing to rely on personal authority or reputation. This is especially important for beginners because most beginners don't have social proof yet, and PLR, MRR, and RR products don't rely on social proof in the same way that personal coaching, consulting, or branded courses do. Before we get into how to create your own PLR ebooks, it's important to understand what PLR actually is, what the different licenses mean, and why the real issue with PLR isn't copyright, it's SEO and duplicate content. Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. Here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to be able to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we do product reviews as well as tips on how to make money online. If that sounds interesting to you, how about you smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Okay guys, let's go check it out. Number 1, what PLR ebooks actually are and why beginners can sell them. PLR stands for private label rights, and at its core, it simply means you're buying the rights to use a piece of content in specific ways that are defined by the license. A PLR ebook is usually a written product that someone else created, and instead of just selling it as a finished product to end users, they sell the rights to other people, so those people can resell it, edit it, rebrand it, or bundle it, depending on the license. This is why PLR is beginner-friendly, because buyers aren't expecting you to be the original author in the traditional sense, they're buying a product they can use for their own purposes. When someone buys a PLR ebook, they're usually not buying it because of who created it, they're buying it because of what it allows them to do. They might want it for lead magnets, bonuses, funnels, memberships, or resale, and that means your lack of a personal brand or sales history doesn't work against you. As long as the product solves a problem in a specific niche and the license terms are clear, people will buy it based on utility, not reputation. This is also why PLR, MRR, and RR products don't require social proof in the same way as other digital products. You're not asking someone to trust your expertise, you're offering them a tool they can use for their own business, and that changes the buying psychology completely. Number 2, the difference between PLR, MRR, and RR licenses. This is where a lot of beginners get confused, and it's also where many mistakes happen, so it's important to slow this down and make it clear. The license defines what your buyer is allowed to do with the ebook after they purchase it, and this is what separates PLR, MRR, and RR from each other. PLR, or private label rights, usually gives the buyer the most flexibility. With PLR, the buyer can often edit the ebook, change the title, put their name on it, add or remove chapters, bundle it with other products, and resell it as their own product. Some PLR licenses also allow the buyer to pass on resale rights to their customers, while others don't, so this always needs to be stated clearly. MRR, or Master Resale Rights, is more limited. With MRR, the buyer can usually resell the ebook as is, but they can't claim authorship, and they often can't modify the content. They're essentially selling the same product with the same sales page and same structure just as a reseller. RR, or resale rights, is usually the most restrictive. With RR, the buyer can resell the ebook to end users, but they can't give their buyers the right to resell it again, and they usually can't edit it either. Understanding these differences matters when you're creating your own PLR ebooks, because you get to decide which license you offer, and that decision affects who your buyers are and how they'll use your product. Number 3, why PLR issues are about SEO and duplicate content, not copyright. One of the biggest myths around PLR is that it's illegal, unethical, or a copyright problem, and that simply isn't true when PLR is used correctly. PLR is sold with permission, meaning the creator is explicitly granting rights to buyers through a license, so copyright isn't the issue. The real issue with PLR is duplicate content, especially when it comes to search engines. When the same ebook is sold to hundreds or thousands of people, and they all upload it to websites, blogs, or sales pages without changing it, search engines see that as duplicate content. This doesn't usually result in penalties, but it does mean that only one version is likely to rank and everyone else gets buried. This is why editing PLR is so important, especially if you plan to use it for SEO traffic. When you create your own PLR ebooks, you're actually in a much stronger position because you can build uniqueness into the product from the start. You can structure it in a way that encourages buyers to customize it, and you can even educate them on why rewriting and personalizing matters. So the goal isn't to avoid PLR. The goal is to understand how duplicate content works and to design your PLR products in a way that avoids those problems. Number 4, becoming the PLR reseller instead of the PLR buyer. This is where the mindset shift happens, and it's one of the most important parts of this entire topic. Most people only ever see PLR from the buyer's side. They buy cheap PLR ebooks, struggle to stand out, and then conclude that PLR doesn't work. What they don't realize is that editing is the key to success. Another thing is that the real opportunity is on the reseller side, creating PLR and selling it to other marketers. When you create your own PLR ebooks, you're selling to people who want shortcuts, assets, and ready-made products for their own businesses. These buyers are often marketers, list builders, course creators, and membership owners, and they value speed. You also control pricing, licensing, and positioning. Instead of competing with dozens of other sellers offering the same PLR product, you're the source, and that puts you in a much stronger position. This approach also removes pressure around proving yourself. You don't need testimonials to sell PLR because buyers are evaluating the product itself, not you. As long as the ebook is useful, clearly written, and comes with a clear license, it can sell without any social proof. Number 5, how beginners can create their own PLR ebooks step by step using AI as an assistant. Creating your own PLR ebook doesn't require you to be a professional writer, and it doesn't require you to have years of experience in the niche. What it does require is a clear structure, a specific outcome for the reader, and a way to get the content written efficiently without overthinking every sentence. This is where AI, and specifically ChatGPT, can be used as an assistant to speed up the entire process while still keeping control over quality and originality. The first step is choosing a niche and a very specific problem inside that niche, because broad topics rarely perform well in the PLR space. Instead of something generic, focus on a single outcome, a single frustration, or a single goal that your buyer can immediately recognize. PLR buyers are usually looking for usable assets, not theory, so clarity matters more than creativity at this stage. Once your topic is clear, the next step is outlining the ebook. This is one of the best places to use ChatGPT because you can ask it to generate a logical chapter structure based on the problem you want the ebook to solve. You're not asking ChatGPT to magically create a finished product. You're using it to save time on structure, flow, and organization, which are the parts that slow most beginners down. After you have the outline, you can then use ChatGPT to help draft each chapter one at a time. This is important because dumping everything into one prompt usually leads to messy results, whereas working chapter by chapter keeps the content focused and easier to refine. At this stage, you should still be reviewing what's generated, adjusting wording, removing anything that sounds generic, and making sure the information actually makes sense to a beginner. One of the biggest advantages of using AI here is speed. Instead of spending weeks trying to write an ebook from scratch, you can have a solid draft completed in days, sometimes even hours, which is exactly what Product Creation Formula is about, creating products quickly and easily without unnecessary friction. Once the draft is done, the next step is rewriting and refining, and this is critical for PLR. Even though you're the original creator of this ebook, you still want to treat it like PLR that needs to be optimized for uniqueness and readability. You can use ChatGPT again here, asking it to rewrite sections for clarity, expand thin parts, or simplify language for beginners while still keeping control over the final output. This process also helps reduce duplicate content issues for your buyers. When you create PLR that's clean, structured, and designed to be edited, you're giving your customers a better starting point than most low-quality PLR products on the market. You can even encourage buyers to rewrite the ebook using their own voice or AI tools, which improves their results and increases the perceived value of your product. The final step is packaging the ebook with a clear PLR license. This is where you explain exactly what buyers can do with the product, whether they can edit it, rebrand it, resell it, pass on rights, or bundle it with other offers. AI can help you draft the license text as well, but you should always review it carefully because clarity here builds trust and prevents misunderstandings later. By using ChatGPT as an assistant instead of a replacement, beginners can create PLR ebooks faster, avoid overwhelm, and focus on building products that are actually usable, sellable, and valuable to other marketers, which is the real goal of becoming the PLR reseller rather than staying stuck as the buyer. Number 6. Why you don't need a proven record or social proof to sell PLR. This is a big sticking point for beginners, and it's one that holds a lot of people back unnecessarily. Social proof matters when you're selling yourself, your expertise, or your personal method. PLR, MRR, and RR products aren't about you, they're about what the buyer can do with the product. When someone buys PLR, they're thinking about how it fits into their funnel, their list, their offers, or their resale strategy. They're not asking whether you're successful, they're asking whether the ebook solves a problem and comes with usable rights. This is why beginners can succeed with PLR even if they've never sold anything before. The product does the heavy lifting, and as long as you're honest about what it is and how it can be used, buyers will judge it on its merits. Number 7, pricing and positioning your PLR ebooks realistically. Pricing PLR ebooks isn't about charging premium prices, especially in the beginning. Most PLR buyers are looking for affordable assets they can use quickly, so pricing needs to reflect that. However, cheap doesn't mean low value. You can position your PLR ebook as a foundation, a starter product, or a building block for other offers, and that framing makes it easier to sell. You can also create multiple versions of the license, offering basic PLR at one price and extended rights at a higher price, as long as everything is clearly explained. Number 8, long-term benefits of creating your own PLR library. When you create one PLR ebook, you create a product, but when you create multiple PLR ebooks, you create a library. That library can be bundled, turned into memberships, used as bonuses, or sold individually over time. This is where PLR becomes a long-term strategy instead of a one-off tactic. Each new ebook builds on the last, and over time you create a catalog that can generate income without constant new creation. That's also why ProductCreationFormula focuses so heavily on speed and simplicity, because momentum matters more than perfection. If you got some value out of this video, how about you smash the like button as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not share? And also, leave a comment down below and let me know what niche you'd like to create your own PLR ebook in. Just so you know, on the top left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a video that I believe you might like. Below that is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And if you look on the right side of the screen, you'll see an image of my head. Now, if you click on that, you'll be able to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.